standing here in a beautiful place, have a view of Halong Bay. And now I'm going to meet a special guest. So you guys go with me. Oh, hello, Mr. Mike.
Hey, Angie. Long time no see. Good to see you.
Yeah.
What brings you here?
Oh, I think that's a wind.
The wind? I like it.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Just reading a magazine, just dreaming about traveling somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that you are a travel lover, right? So, can you tell me about the place that you last traveled?
Wow. I haven't traveled in a while because the airports are closed. But do you mean travel locally or travel internationally?
I think internationally is more attractive.
Okay. Well, every Ted I go over to Thailand and I have a wonderful time there. I go fishing and I play golf and it's very close near Vietnam here. Just go to the airport, hop on a plane, 1 hour and I'm over in Thailand, a paradise just like this. Lots of water and many things to do. So I keep my time occupied with Thailand. Yeah.
What about another country?
Like when I go home to the United States?
Yeah,
or
maybe.
Yeah, every summer I go back to the United States and I go to Florida. Same thing, fishing, golf, relaxing, seeing everything in English, yeah, knowing all the rules, knowing the language, yeah, so it's very comfortable there. When you go to a foreign country, like Thailand, like Vietnam, it's a little bit more challenging.
And can you tell me that which season in the year that you prefer to travel?
Well, that depends. See, the world's upside down. So season is kind of tough. Australia, New Zealand, if you go there December time, you think, oh wow, it's Christmas, it's going to be cold.
Yeah.
No, it's summertime down there. So it depends on the season, not necessarily the month. So, but many people travel, of course, in the summer. And so the prices are increased and the crowds are busy and it's not the best time. So I like to go what's called off-peak, off-season, a little bit before the summer, a little bit after the summer.
Yeah.
When the weather is not so hot, not so cold, and there's not so many tourists there. Yeah, I like to have the place for myself.
So what about in Vietnam? I know that you have been in Vietnam for a long time, and about the place in Vietnam that you would like to visit.
I love, well, you mean besides Halong Bay, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, Halong Bay is the best. Commercial, Halong Bay, all right. But if I had to choose another place, and I've been to many cities and many places in Vietnam, I'd have to pick Da Nang and Hoi An. I love the area down there. The beach, long, clean. Hoi An is a picturesque city connected with small little bridges and coffee shops and restaurants and a lot of Western influence. And so that area, like I say, is spread out. Plenty of swimming, plenty of fishing, plenty of water sports, which I enjoy. And it's the best of both worlds. North Vietnam, South Vietnam, in the middle. I think it has a mix. I mean, to the Westerner it does. Weather's the best, in my opinion, and like I say, the food is a combination, and the people. So it's the place that I would probably like to go. I've never been to Sapa. Everybody goes, oh, Sapa, oh, the mountains. Not my cup of tea. Yeah, I'm not a mountain guy.
So what about a place that you are looking forward to going to?
In the future.
Yeah.
You mean what's on my bucket list?
Yeah.
All right, my bucket list. Well, being a globetrotter as I am, I can't even count anymore. I'd say I've been to about 70 countries. So I pretty much ticked most of them off. But if I had to go traveling, I'd probably want to go to Peru. Do you know why?
Why?
What's famous in Peru?
I don't know, because I don't know much about their
South America. Okay. Well, the Incas and the famous place called Machu Picchu. You ever heard of it?
No.
Never. Machu Picchu. Okay. Well, it's a prime tourist destination, and millions of tourists go every year. Like Halong Bay, they just flock to that area, and it's an interesting place with a lot of history and a lot of predestined architecture and things like that. The ruins. The old ancient Indian ruins. So I'd probably like to go there. Number two, I'd like to go to Cuba, because Cuba was closed because America and Cuba were fighting for so
Yeah.
long. And it's a shame because Florida, Cuba, I could almost swim there. Joke, almost. But it's extremely close. And I'd like to go to Cuba one day. So Peru, Cuba, and maybe Brazil. I'd like to see that statue, the famous statue with the
Yeah.
cable car up on the mountain, Sugarloaf Mountain. So probably just those three places. Yeah. And I'm pretty much done with traveling. Do you know how many countries there are in the world, by the way? There's a whole mess of countries, yeah. The UN, United Nations, says there's almost 200 countries in the world.
Yeah.
And it's a lot to cover. How many countries have you been to?
I haven't been to any country except Vietnam. I love traveling a lot, but I have just traveled around Vietnam, and it just like in the north of Vietnam and some provinces in the middle. Yeah, I haven't been to the south before.
Never. Would you like to go?
Of course, you know the National Day of Vietnam.
Victory Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we say that it's the day that our country is like a complex of the south and the north.
Yeah.
And I want to have a day to visit the south and see that how it really is.
Yeah.
That I have been there before, and I have just watched them on the TV or the internet.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think that the real experience is much better.
Of course, you have to, not only you have to see it on the TV or on the computer, but you got to smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to touch it. You gotta eat it, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can't eat the South, but yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. So Victory Day, that's the day that you kicked out the Americans. The famous shot of when the North and the South unified,
But
correct?
now we're friends.
Now we're
right?
friends.
Yeah.
Now we're buddies. All right. So you'd like to go down to the South? How about Da Nang? Have you ever been to Da Nang, the middle?
Yes, I have
Yeah.
been to Da Nang twice.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, I love that place.
Banana Hills.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that city, I think it's one of the must live city in the world, right? I think that a lot of foreigners, they have voted it
Yeah, extremely popular.
due to the fact of the coronavirus. So do you think that the virus will change the way that people travel around the world?
Oof, absolutely. Yeah. I don't know if you remember 911. You probably weren't born then, 2001, when they crashed into the World Trade Center and traveling completely changed.
Yeah.
It was a catastrophe, terrorism and all that. Well, this is just as bad, and I'm sure traveling will change beyond belief. I mean, I'm sure there'll be many, not only security checks, but also now health checks. You'll go to the airport and somebody will stick a thermometer on your head and say, okay, you can travel or you can't. Yeah, so it's going to be difficult, it's going to be challenging, and it's going to be more laborious, to be honest with you. I don't know how fun it'll be in the future to travel, but excellent question, by the way.
Okay.
All right.
Now, can you give the audience about the question of the talk show today?
Okay, well, students, I have a question that is going to blow your mind, all right? We're talking about traveling, we're talking about countries. If you had to choose a passport, which passport do you think is the most powerful in this year, 2020? What is the most powerful passport to own, to hold in your hands for 2020? That's the question. Passport, 2020, number one. Which country?
Okay. And the first person who has the correct answer will have a special gift from Apple Language Center. Thank you for watching and see you on the next episode of On Top. Goodbye!
Bye-bye! See ya!